sounds like. Good morning, everybody. Let's all sit down. We see some people that we haven't seen for a long time. How exciting to see you all. So Reverend Jack isn't here today, and we're running the place, but we do have a wonderful guest minister today that you'll meet in a little bit. You've seen her before if you've been here. She's talked to us a few times, and she's fantastic. But let's just go, and this is also a fifth Sunday, so it's Diversity Sunday. So we have a special presentation by the diversity team. So this is a fun day. Let's go to the announcements. Oh, we're already there. So baby contest. We have two wonderful activities today. So Kismet, down there in the bottom, our parrot, brought Danish and sugar-free cookies. So that's there. You can put money in her little bin. And then Gwen, for Gigi, brought in ginger tea. And you all have on your desk all the properties. I think it can fix everything that's wrong with you, it sounds like. So Gwen will be there pouring her tea. And again, you can donate to Gigi. Remember that the baby who earns the most money up through August is our mascot for the year. So be sure to and you don't have to, just because they have food or something going on, you don't have to wait until then. You can always put money in their little bin. They're all on the back table. And we have some other things coming up. So Donna W., for her baby peanut butter, is going to do another karaoke night. And last one, I don't know, she's looking, I thought it was great. You don't have to sing. I didn't sing. It was so much fun listening to people sing. Some of them were fantastic. Some of them were not so good, but that's karaoke, right? And we had such a great time. We had food, and we had wonderful people. And one person that came, she said, I really like this so much better than going to a bar to do karaoke. The atmosphere is so different. So come. Invite your friends. There's flyers on the back table. Invite people to come and either observe or get up there and sing away. Then we have Lori's craft night, which is coming up. She's going to start doing crafts on, a couple times a month probably. And she went, and Ann Helgerman closed her art studio. And so several people went to get her art pieces. She had all kinds of things. And now Lori just came in today, and O'Neill is giving her some of her things too. So we have all kinds of great things coming up. So the first craft night is Wednesday, July 9th, 5:30 to 7:30. It's going to benefit Snickers. That's Lori's dog. And come, bring family, bring friends, bring anybody. It's a love offering. And I think we'll start having fun nights. Will Snickers be there? Oh, okay. So Lori is saying, yes, Snickers will be there, but don't bring any other dogs because there might be not a good result. Okay, thank you for that information. Reverend Jack is going to have his summer school again. He does it every summer, and it's really interesting. They do, I don't know what virtual Sunday school bingo is, but that's one thing. Then they do skits. They have people at, I guess it's Heart and Soul that puts this together, and they do put together little skits and then skits about people behind the famous heroes. Remember, they were talking about, and I think Bonnie was talking about people that are heroes behind the heroes, but we don't ever hear about them. And then lessons from the book From the Inside Out by Dr. Andriette Earle, and she's the founder of Heart and Soul. So it's a Zoom 4 Wednesdays from 6 to 8, and we'll be getting the Zoom link pretty soon, and we'll let you know what that is. So we've decided not to do any activities here on Wednesday night until during summer school, so people can enjoy that. This coming Friday, it's 4th of July. It's also the First Friday Art Walk. But apparently, we're the only ones going to do it. Everybody else decided not to do it, even though all the fireworks in all the towns are the night before. So on 4th of July, if you're not doing anything, or if you are, bring your family and see our wonderful new show that is going to go up. And it's by all the facilitators, they call them facilitators, not teachers, I don't know why, at My Voice Media, which is the mental health arm of the Arts Consortium. So they have wonderful talent there. And the art will be all by them, and I'm hoping they'll all be here. So come, it's fun, it's nice, we have food, we have drinks, and it's a nice place to hang out when it's hot since we have air conditioning. That's Mary's art piece. It's the only one I have so far. But it'll be all kinds, because it's like, I think, 8 or 9, 10 different artists. So it'll be all kinds of things. Some of it's 3D, so I don't know what it's going to be. We're doing it tomorrow, hanging it tomorrow, we'll find out. So I hope you will come. It's a really nice time when we do that here. And that's the end of the announcements, so let us do the mission statement. Can you read it with me? Center for Spiritual Living Visalia is a place everyone comes together, connecting in love and learning how to create abundant, joyful, and peaceful lives. And now we'll have our first song.
I'm going to ask you to put your hands together for me. Sing along if you know it. Good times. These are the good times. Leave your cares behind. These are the good times. Good times. These are the good times. Days are here again. The time is right for making friends. Let's get together about 9:45. Come tomorrow, let's all do it again. Boys will be boys, better let them have their toys. Girls will be girls, cute ponytails and curves. Let's put an end to this stress and strife. I think I want to live the sporty life. Here we go. Good times. These are the good times. Leave your cares behind. These are the good times. Good times. These are the good times. Our new state of mind. These are the good times.
Thank you, Hope and Kevin. That got us moving a little bit. So we're gradually trying to learn all the what we believe statements, and this is the one we're talking about this month. So will you, let's just say it together. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God are one God. Okay, and now it's Diversity Sunday, and we're going to invite the diversity people come up and do their thing. Very good. You got to use the mic. Thank you.
Good morning. This is an introduction to Diversity Sunday. It's from the book Inside Out that Donna was referring to by Dr. Andrea Earle, a CSL minister, and it's from an essay called Carefully Taught. And I am particularly grateful to the heroes who stand boldly for the rights and safety and dignity of those who have been ignored, shut out, and restricted from access to the basic services and privileges most of us take for granted. And then on a personal note, I am personally grateful for anyone with the courage to speak their truth about who they are. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Bonnie Carlia, and I'm a member of the Diversity and Inclusivity team here at the center. And we have come to the end this month of Pride Month, so we're focusing on that. As such, I was going to talk a little bit about how to be an ally to the LGBTQ plus community. But last week, and the practitioner students from Heart and Soul, the Heart and Soul CSL church in Oakland have been they've been here and they've been they've been doing presentations for us. And last week, the presentation that our own Gwen Valentine did was so good, and she touched on being an ally, and her presentation was so great. I thought, you know what, I'm not even going to touch that topic while we have Gwen's presentation to be seen. So it's on the CSL website, which is cslvisalia.org, I believe. And you can go to it, it's accessible. And it says right there, presentations. So it's very easily accessed. Please go to that. Also, it is my pleasure to introduce Tino Rayos. Just give me a moment, Tino. I can't let you come up without a little bit of introduction. Although many of you know Tino, he's been here before. You know his singing and drumming, native singing and drumming. You've seen him before. You've also heard his amazing original poetry and performance thereof. You can attest to the quality. You may know, because I've spoken about it before, but you may have forgotten that he's also an activist, professional activist. He is a counselor for people who have drug and alcohol addiction. He is a teacher of drumming and Aztec dance, and he has classes of those two subjects. And he has just completed a section of an annual 500-mile marathon to bring attention to the cause of murdered and missing Indigenous women. And so we're very lucky to have him here because he's usually doing other things. So thank you very much, Tino, for being here. He's going to talk to us about a few things concerning the LGBTQ+ community and Pride Month. Thank you very much. Do you happen to need a pen? Okay.
Thank you. Not at this moment. Piali. Piali. Nawa no toka Tino Reyes, your warrior poet. Leos M. Chanyavu, blessings be upon you. To clarify a little, my team ran 500 miles. But I mean, I weigh 250. I ran 30 miles last week, so it was, you know. Thank you. Do we have any veterans here? Ah, hello. Thank you for your service. I want to honor Celestino Rayos Sr., first of his name, 1st Cavalry, World War II private, who helped to fight for our freedoms during World War II. I honor you and all of our veterans. I come from an old-fashioned Hispanic Catholic family. When my sister came out, brought her girlfriend, it was a big stink. And my family was confused and angry and couldn't believe it. And she was ostracized. Oftentimes, this rejection and estrangement results in disproportionately higher rates of runaways, anxiety, depression, drinking, substance use, human trafficking, and suicide. I have a very good friend. When her son came out, his father didn't accept him, and he committed suicide, and that was in the next city over. Nothing's more important to me than family. And at that time, it wasn't about activism, but I didn't speak to my family for 2 years. And I told them, you're losing a daughter and possibly a daughter-in-law, and now a son, because of a difference in orientation. By the grace of God and prayer, and, you know, we've come back together and come to love and accept each other for who we are. So here's a poem I wrote called Coming Out Under Fire. Coming out under fire. As if coming out wasn't hard enough. After World War I, the U.S. amended the Articles of War and banned homosexual conduct. Our history in the war on gays. After World War II no longer needed, downsized the military, targeted and discharged and dumped gays in cities like San Francisco. After the Korean War in 1955 banned gays completely, the LGBTQ community protested to be able to fight for freedoms not even granted to them. During Vietnam, Sergeant Matlovich earned a medal for killing 2 men, but was discharged for loving 1. President Clinton tried to lift the ban on gay and lesbian servicemen and women, so in 1991, the Senate enacted Don't Ask, Don't Tell. But everyone asks, are you married? Do you have kids? Why not? The investigation began, soldiers got turned in the latest witch hunt. The law that was supposed to protect them launched a missile of dismissals, doubling discharges from 600 to 1,200 soldiers per year, being kicked out of military service they volunteered for. The armed forces is already an inherently violent place. Barry Winchell faced anti-gay harassment for months until he was beaten to death with a baseball bat. After Desert Storm, 54 Arabic linguists were discharged. We intercepted the time and date of the 9/11 attack, but couldn't translate it until 2 days later. 2 days too late. How many lives could have been saved in the Twin Towers had we not discriminated? Soldiers escorted off bases like criminals, 1,300 removed, not for sexual misconduct, but for their orientation. In fear, 4,000 quit and thousands never enlisted. How backwards are we when 31 other countries allowed gays to serve in their militaries? Navy Admiral Mullen stood against soldiers having to lie about their identity in order to fight and serve in their country, but were blackmailed, ostracized, privacy violated. They were, in essence, coming out under fire, but couldn't voice their testimonies in the congressional survey, self-incrimination for violating the unjust law, and outing themselves from jobs they were proud of. Federal courts ruled the anti-gay law unconstitutional under the First and Fifth Amendments. At long last, the House of Representatives lifted this ban. In 2015, women were finally allowed to fight in combat infantry front lines and have fought in Iraq and Afghanistan. Just when we were moving in the direction of equality, Trump reversed this and banned the 1,500 transgender soldiers from serving in the military. When constitutionally banning a person from any field based on gender identity alone is a violation of their civil rights. So why? Why prevent the LGBTQ community willing to fight for our country and erase people of color from the valor of our military history? It's to create the current Gestapo kidnapping immigrants off our streets. I passed the PT, signed up for the infantry in Desert Storm, but standing up for a friend, getting bullied, got stabbed in the eye, and couldn't go. I'm standing, writing, speaking, fighting for humanity. I'd give my life for any of you. If you'd fight, if you'd fight, if you'd fight, kill, and die for my life, freedom, and rights, regardless of your race, sexual orientation, or identity, I graciously accept your protection. Thank you. From Roman colonial conquest to slavery, Jim Crow laws, and the current state of chaos, the design is to make us fear and hate those of us who are different in order to keep us divided on every difference possible. Cornel West said, "Justice is love made visible." Let us stand together in love, peace, and unity. All my relations.
Hard to follow that powerful presentation. But of course, my thoughts turned to music. There's a song for that. Composer Richard Rodgers and lyricist, dramatist Oscar Hammerstein II together created many innovative and influential American musicals such as Oklahoma, The King and I, and The Sound of Music. In 1949, they wrote South Pacific that was set in World War II, that explored issues of racism, and it also won a Pulitzer Prize in 1950. They wrote a song for that show that was very controversial. They were asked to remove the song, and they refused, even if it meant that the show would fail. So the song was maintained and kept in the show. The song is "You've Got to Be Carefully Taught." And we have a video of Billy Porter singing "Carefully Taught" with India Irie.
Great presentation. Thank you very much. I've got to add to it. Michael Hasso has been named Artist of the Year through the Arts Consortium. And he's a poet. He runs the poetry slam. And I went to their poetry slam a week ago because it was for Pride. All the talks were about Pride. And they were just as inspirational as Tino's, all of them. I came away just sort of amazed at it. And so I'm really sort of excited that the Artist of the Year is going to a poet. It's sort of different. They're going to perform. They are going to do it. They do it at Arts Visalia on Saturdays, July 6th, 2 o'clock, I think, usually. So anybody's welcome to go. I thought, oh, poetry. Oh my gosh, I was so blown away by it. It was fantastic. So let us stand and sing the congregational song, Holy, Holy Way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Perfect. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. Let me learn from all the ways I fall. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. Let me share the good that's overflowing. And let me care for those around the world. Let me care for those around the world. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve all right. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing. Let me share the good that's overflowing. Oh, let my steps reveal a path of peace. Let my steps reveal a path of peace. Oh, let me talk each day a little kinder. Let me talk each day a little kinder. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Great song. Thanks, everybody. And now I'm happy to introduce Saundria Jennings. She's been here before. She's a wonderful speaker, and she's coming up right now.
Good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see you guys again. Oh, lovely. Look at you. The Spirit of the Lord is here. The Spirit of the Lord is here. I feel it in the atmosphere. The Spirit of the Lord is here. The Spirit of the Lord is here. Can you do it with me one more? The presence of the Lord is here. The presence of the Lord is here. I feel it in the atmosphere. The presence of the Lord is here. The presence of the Lord is here. I won't take you through the rest of it because it gets jammy after that. It's like, I can feel it, you know. But I'm so glad to be with you guys this morning, and you are the reflections of God in my life. I got on the train yesterday, and I was so excited. I almost jumped out the window. I was so excited just to be there and talking to God. And, you know, when you open yourself to be aware of God talking to you, do you realize that God talks a whole bunch? And I'm trying to put on my earphones and listen out the window, and God's saying to me, you need to be doing that. You need to say that. You need to go back and do that again. Are you going to do that? And I said, yes, Father. I will do all of those things. And so it absolutely woke me up this morning with more stuff than I needed to do. How much time you guys got? Did you bring lunch and dinner? So we'll just continue into part 2 and 3. If you have me back. So that's a teaser. So I'm blackmailing you. So to hear part 2 and 3 of what God said, you have to have me back again, all right? Okay, all right. Just happy summer solstice, happy Juneteenth, happy Pride Month. There's a whole bunch of stuff that was going on in this month. And happy Sunday, and most importantly, happy Vertical Day. Anybody know what Vertical Day is? You're still alive, and you're still vertical, and you can be horizontal only if it's an option. Okay, so happy Vertical Day to all of you. You made it through. You made it through the night. You were protected while you slept. You were guided and directed, and you made it here. That's a big one, because some people didn't make it this morning. Some people didn't make it through, and some people are horizontal, and they don't choose to be that way. So we bless them as well. So just greetings to you. And I also want to tell you that my name is Saundria Jennings. And I had a friend who recently passed. But whenever she called me on the phone, she'd give me all the titles. Reverend Dr. Mrs. Saundria Jennings, and mother of Oliver, just all the titles before she said what she wanted to say. So I'm going to spare you. I'm not going to do all that with you, but I'm Saundria to you. You are my family to me, and I'm so glad to see you all again. It just feels comfortable. I was telling Jamie, my friend over here, I call her Sugar Booger, so. Thankfully, she's got a good sense of humor. So I was telling her that I have a lot of angst before I do a presentation, but when I get here with you folks and I walk through the door, I say, I can do this because these are my folks, these are my people. So I'm glad to be here and to see you in that. I want you to just for a moment, just take a moment to think about oneness and to think about that person sitting next to you, that first person sitting in front of you, and if you're up here, that person sitting behind you. And just close your eyes if you're willing to do that. You're safe. Just close your eyes. And think about that person or those persons to either side of you. Whatever you had against them, let it go in this moment. And just send them some love. Just send them some love. Now, send yourself, it's going to be the harder thing, some love. And when you're ready, open your eyes. How'd it feel? Good? Have you ever kissed a mirror? Have you kissed a mirror? Anybody kissed a mirror? Yeah. What did it feel like? Tell me what it felt like. Cold? Weird? Who else has kissed a mirror? Oh, come on. I know you people have kissed, huh? Flat? Okay, who else has kissed a mirror? Somebody's not fessing up. Somebody. Reflective? Oh, good one. It felt reflective. Okay. This morning, I haven't kissed a mirror in ages. I used to kiss mirrors when I was a little girl. And I kissed a mirror in your bathroom this morning. I'm staying with Gwen. And it felt different. It felt like I was just giving myself a little love. And it just felt like I was personally up close and personal on myself, and I was giving myself some love. We were raised to give other people love, but not raised to love ourselves. And so it's hard to switch over to that. And I'm not affirming it's hard anymore. For us in here, it's going to be easy to switch over and say, I am loved. I am deserving. I am deserving. So guess what? If you all do this in this room, you're going to shift the world 1 degree at least. 1 degree at least. So we're going to get to the oneness, but I'm going to go first to what Spirit told me to tell you this morning and wouldn't let up off me, okay? Spirit told me to go back to the first session I had with you guys, the first presentation. You remember it? Anybody remember it? Oh, I'm upset. Yes, the train, see there? The train. Remember the train and keeping your head and your hands inside the cabin. And I wanted to go into that briefly before I get into oneness and what we're doing for pride and what we're doing for this and that and diversity and DEI. Do you remember what the cabin stands for? It's okay if you don't, but, you know. What is the cabin? The train cabin. The coat. The car, the train car, yeah. The cabin, the train car, yeah. Not in the woods, but the train car. Do you remember what the train cabin stood for? Your life. Come on with more.
And where you're going. Your direction.
And your direction. Come on, with some more. Your mind and your heart and your body and your soul and your spirit. Okay? In the cabin is the place where God is. That's what that stood for. And keeping your head and your hands inside the cabin means you're keeping yourself out of the minutia. Okay? Out of that stuff. Because when you stick your head out of the cabin, what might happen? And in the old days, the train had windows that you could open because they didn't have air conditioning. And they had the sign over it says, keep your head and hands inside, I think they use the word cabin, or inside the coach. So every time somebody got decapitated out there looking over their neighbor's fence, get this one, following the news on politics every day. That's sticking your head outside the cabin. Being mad at what your neighbor's doing in their yard. That's sticking your head outside isn't it? Can you name me something else that might be sticking your head outside the cabin? What else?
I remember when you were worried about your front yard and all the things that could go wrong.
That's right. Sticking my head outside the cabin. Because the thing is, thinking about what is in my front yard is one thing. Worried about it is putting my hands and my head out looking. You remember I told you I saw a dirt devil when I came the last time, and I saw a coyote. But guess what? It passed. The train that we are on, we never get off of, and it never stops. You remember Snowpiercer, the TV program? And it was a perpetual train just went through the snow forever and ever, and people, generations of folks were on it. You remember that show? I hated it. I didn't watch it, but it speaks to the idea that we are on a perpetual train. It keeps going. You can't get off. Nobody can get off, but you can certainly stick your head and hands outside of the window and be separated from the Spirit of God that was within the safety of that cabin, of that coach. And remembering to pull your head and hands back inside that cabin is so appropriate for what in the world is going on right now. There's a lot of stuff to stick your head out for. And there are a lot of trees to decapitate you on the way, too. Take your hands and your head off. So pulling your hands willingly back into the cabin means turning time and time again back to whose you are and who you are in God. And all these things that are passing, the coyote, the dirt devil, what did I see this last time? Not so much. I saw a white crane. All those things are passing. They are fact, but they are not the truth. Do you get that? They're passing. And so when you're out there dealing with the passive stuff and in it, now you're making it your whole life. You've forgotten that your butt is in the cabin. And your head and your thought process and your heart are out there in the world being hurt, being scared, being worried, being all of this, when peace is in the coach. So that's what God told me to tell you this morning, to remember and use this as a code word for this. And you may hear this cabin story again. If you find yourself going, or for me, it's like eating 12 donuts. If you find yourself doing something like that that reflects your anxiety and your fear and your rage, and how could they do that? Say, and I'll say for myself, Saundria, pull your head inside the coach. Take your hands and put them inside the coach, because this stuff is passing. And God is the truth in all situations. God is the safety of the cabin and the coach. Why would you leave safety to go into something that was dangerous? That don't, as old folks would say, that don't make no sense. Pardon the grammar, but they don't, okay? So putting your head and pulling your hands back into the cabin is what we need to do. So just check yourself, as they say. When you're doing it, I done stuck my head out somewhere. And there's going to be a light post that's going to go by that I don't see, and guess what? And not only your head, but your spirit gets hurt. You can't help anybody else. Your spirit is damaged when you're out there looking for he whose name shall not be mentioned right there, looking for what he's doing next. Looking for what your neighbor may be parking in front of your house, and you upset. Looking for trash that's blown onto in front of your house. I mean, just it could be anything that offsets you from realizing that spirit, God, essence, flow is all we have to rely on, and it's all we need to rely on. None of this other stuff. It's passing. Train keeps going. Coyote's gone his way. Cranes flew away. And I'm here, still on the train, but not with that stuff. So let's just put that aside, because there will be a short quiz after here. And those who pass the quiz will be able to leave the building. The rest of us will have to stay. Take another thing. So what I want to talk to you today about is oneness. And you see I'm an old person, so I have note cards. You know, the new people come up with the the cell phone and the computers and stuff. No offense to you, okay? But the young people come up with those. Old folks, we got note cards, and if the pieces of paper get turned sideways or upside down, we're lost, okay? So forgive me for my lostedness for just a moment. Okay, we got the train, and now we're going to talk about oneness. So, oneness principle, who can tell me about oneness? What does oneness mean? Being whole. Being whole? Oneness means being whole? Yes, ma'am. We're all in this together? Yes, ma'am. What else does oneness mean? We're all related. Yes, sir. I almost said yes, ma'am, but yes, sir. What else does oneness mean? All connected. These are wonderful answers. Now I'm going to challenge you. When you see the hobo down the street, and he's dirty, and he's filthy, and he's begging you for money, and he looks disgusting, can you truly say, that's my brother, I'm one with him? Okay, somebody's been working. Can you truly say it? Sometimes I can't. This is not a mountaintop teaching. And there's one of my friends who's listening to this today, and we got in a conversation the other day, and she says to me, you're a minister, you should know this. And I said, oh, whoa, hold up a minute. I'm first a human being. And it's not a mountaintop teaching means that when I leave this and get off the train in Oakland and the high is gone from this, I might be dealing with the same stuff I'm telling you about now. So it behooves us to not set me up as Prime Minister Lord Ohio, because I'm still dealing with it. And when you see me doing it, you come help me. That's what oneness means. That's what we're in touch with each other. We're aware of each other, and we help each other out. Because Lord knows, if you set me up as Prime Minister, Head High Master, eventually something's going to happen, and I'm going to fall. I don't want to do that. Because they crucify people when they fall. Or they fall and they crucify. I don't know. But it seems to be something that is, I'm not superwoman. Don't want to be. But I'm here just to convey to you, to tell you what God is telling me to tell you. And I'll tell you, it is a thrill and a half to be a channel for God. It's incredible. Incredible. It should make my hair grow back, but I don't think it will. You know. Okay, so yes, those are all principles of oneness. And all sentient beings are in this pool. All of us. And the advice for all of us in this, and if you don't think you're one, don't dirty the pool, because none of us can get off the train. None of us can get out of the pool. Don't dirty it. Because if you dirty it, I'm still in it. If I dirty it, you're still in it. So you understand what I mean by that analogy? Let me know if you don't. Ask a question. Don't dirty the pool. You understand what that is?
I don't know what you mean by don't dirty it.
Don't pee in the pool.
I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
But I mean, in what context is that?
In terms of, she's asking what context is in dirtying it. Yeah, because we're all in the pool. So, can I use you, Hope? If Hope soils the pool, that water's going to float over to where you are. Do you get that?
Totally.
Uh-huh.
I just don't know what you're talking about in actually dirtying it. What constitutes dirtying it?
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. What'd you say?
You are what people see. I go to the Visalia Nazarene, and the pastor is always saying, you may be the sermon that someone sees in their.
Absolutely. Or dirtying can mean, I hate you. You're a liar. You'll never be anything. I hate you. That's dirtying. Okay? So when you're in the pool and you're spreading all that venom and that poison out there, or you're going after this person because you don't like them, or you're trying to do something to this other person because you just want to set them up, that's dirtying the pool. And that water flows to everybody in the pool. I don't know, we used to be, if you went in the pool, it would make a orange something, and you couldn't deny it, so you'd be swimming around in the orange, and then the orange would dissipate. Guess what? It didn't leave, it just came over to where you were. So in a oneness idea, we're in this perpetual pool of life. And what we contribute to it impacts all of us. Sometimes people think, oh, you know, that's over there with the Spanish-speaking people. That ain't about me. But it's not about the character of going after the Spanish people as much as the person doing it has a character to go after people. So we may be the next ones in line. In a oneness idea, what happens to the neighbor down the street may eventually come to you. If you ever can get a chance to see the movie, The Garden of the Frenzy Continus, it's a very old picture. And it was about how some of the Jews turned their backs on the other Jews who were getting persecuted until the thing was like at their doorstep. And they did nothing about it until it was too late, because it was about them over there and not us. So the oneness model it's all about all of us. Whatever he did and said is coming back. Because we all then hold, and you can call it what you want, essence, spirit. You know, these guys this morning in here, this class, it's nice when God validates you. Because I didn't copy off of what you guys said. When you saw me write these notes this morning, they said everything, and I started to tell them, stop, because that's what I'm going to tell them in a few minutes anyway. They covered all of it. God's validation was there, and you may say something, and 2 days later, somebody will call you on the phone and say just exactly what you were thinking, and it would be God's validation. They say, Father, I got it, and I'm going to go do it. But the idea was there is an essence, there is a spirit, whatever you want to call it, grass, electricity, that's God. And each and every one of us has it. Ask me how I know. When you die, it leaves. And every one of us is going to have a transition where it's going to leave oneness. And every person in here who has that essence in them is alive. That's a condition of being alive. That's a condition of oneness. Have you ever walking around in your house and you were thinking about so-and-so? And they called. Oneness. And your first thing is, I was just thinking about you. Oneness. There are tribes in Africa that don't have phones, and they just think, and they get messages across the ethers to other people. Oneness. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I had a little negative thought running across my head when I was talking to him, and the person addressed it. And I was like, ooh, I better take this seriously, because he says, you know, I have the ability to channel. And I was saying, I just looked at his can. He was drinking a can of something. And he knows who he is if he's there. And welcome you guys who are off screen, and I love you as well. And he had a can of something. I said, I wonder if that's a Pepsi or a cola. And he said, you know, this is not a cola or Pepsi. I'm just drinking water. Oneness. Oneness. So there's a mathematical equation for oneness. It says if you have a variable here, and a variable could be all kinds of different things, and a variable here, say 1 plus 2, variable here, equals a result. We'll just say 1 plus 2 equals 3. Yeah, 1 plus 2, yeah. It's been a long time since I was at school. Yeah, 3. So 3 is over here. It's the result of 1 plus 2. Change anything in 1, and you're not going to get 3 over there. That's the principle of oneness. Change anything in this one, And you're not going to get the same answer over there. You're not going to get the same thing. If anything in this equation, this oneness equation, is shifted and changed. So you then are so important to this equation. Every last one of us, we cannot sell ourselves short. We have the power because God gave it to us. We have the potential because God gave it to us. We have all these things. And if we come into it with hate, guess what 3 is going to be? Something else. If we come into it with love, guess what 3 is going to be? Something else. Can't get around it. And then 3 is what we all got to live with. There is no rocket that can take you further than God's influence and the oneness. You know, one of our people is building rockets to go other places. Can't get away from it. You're still in the same pool. I don't care where you physically go. Your heart, your soul, your mind, your spirit is in the same pool, and you take that with you. Do you guys get this? This is amazing how God has set this up. And then you guys were talking about, you know, the idea that we're just a spot, a twinkle that goes out in terms of infinity and in eternity, just a small spot. But this spot that is Gwen, this spot that is you, this spot that is you, makes a difference in what comes after and comes from what was before. I'm here because of ancestors. They made a difference. Oneness. I'm talking to you, so I'm trying to spread this to you and hopefully you will get it, you will understand it. Oneness. And guess what? You will go out of here and you'll explain it to somebody else. Maybe you won't even explain it. Maybe you'll give somebody in the car next to you a smile and a wave. You've impacted the whole thing. You've shifted the whole thing. Don't sell yourself small. Because we make a difference. Maybe you go to the store and that person looks weary and tired and you say to them, I'm so glad you're here so I can get some food, and watch them change. And then they're going to spread that to the next person in the store and they're going to lighten somebody else's day. Oneness. By the end of the day, this thing could have gone all around the world. It shifted the world, shifted the planet just 1 degree. Can't get around it. This is some awesome stuff. So then it comes with the idea of, can you be aware of your connection with oneness and God? As I see it, and you can question me and you ask me questions about it, it seems like because we are all one, but not the same, because we wouldn't be able, we were talking about this, we wouldn't be able to build a tank if we all had the same idea about the tank. So we need the diversity. It is absolutely needed so we can have different perspectives of it. But what I see is the issue is that some people are more aware of their oneness and connection to God than others. I see where that's the weakness. So you have somebody that's being mean to you, just being absolutely deplorable. Still got God essence. That's hard, I know. Did y'all gulp? When I did that the first time, it's like, oh, X over there still got God essence in him? Because I came from a Christian background, and, you know, sometimes people believe that the devil created some folks. No. Everybody got the same essence. Now, here's how you dirty the pool. Want another way to dirty the pool? Should I tell you? Yeah, okay, I'll tell you, okay. Give me some money afterwards, throw some money? Okay, I'll tell you. A way to dirty a pool is to say, you will never make anything of yourself. You're always going to be bad. You're always going to be you'll never grow up. That's dirtying the pool because that's putting a curse on somebody. And when I tell you and break your spirit that you'll never be anybody, I'm still in the same pool with you. Now, if I could walk away and go to another planet or another lifetime or something, maybe that would be okay, but it really wouldn't. Now I've got to deal with you and your self-esteem that has been broken and crushed, and what you're going to do after I break and crush your self-esteem. might turn around and do it right back to me. Or you're going to do it to somebody else down the road or somewhere over here. But eventually, excuse me, it's going to come back to me. It's going to come back to me. So, huh? No, ma'am. She says it doesn't make any difference if you build walls. No, ma'am. What kind of walls are you going to build? What kind of walls are you talking about?
Like gated communities.
Oh, physical walls? Does not make any difference. Because you take your heart, your spirit, and spirit comes through walls, through everything. It comes through everything. So it doesn't make a difference. You can't get out of the pool. Can't get out of the pool. So you got two places. You got the train and the pool, you know? So that mathematical equation and the awareness, I can't express enough how awareness will shift your relationship with spirit. The one that's already offered to you. Behold, I'm waiting for you at the gate. All you got to do is walk down the sidewalk. That's your awareness. That's your awareness. God speaking to you, telling you, don't say that. Don't do that. I call it my own personal GPS. Don't go down that way. Don't do that. That's my awareness. And when I'm closing my eyes at night, my awareness of God being right there. And I told you, I had an encounter with God in a man who was preaching. And I said, I wish he would read for me. I told you about this the last time. And he turned immediately. He was going back to his pulpit. He was finished. And he turned immediately and came up on me like this. And what I did was like this, because the heat was incredible. And all I could do was just weep. And he took his hand and stroked my cheek and said, you are my beloved daughter. I know that wasn't him. That was the essence of God. And when you make that connection with that, I started to shout on the train, but I figured they would throw me off. Because I was so full of being able to come and be with you and speak to you and to just share what God is telling me to share with you, because it elevates me as well. I'll be high for about 4 days. I wouldn't have had a drink. Just high from this. I was high coming down on the train. I met these guys back here, high last night. I'm high right now. I'm incredibly high. Just to share this out. So the awareness part. So in this awareness, you get inclusivity because you include everybody because we're one. Can't help but include other people. You get equity, you hope, because we're one. What's happening to him? What's happening to you? I want that to be equal. I want it to be equal because guess what? It may come around to Saundria at some point. So we have equity, inclusion, and diversity. Can't get around them. This is what we are about. This is what we're about. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions that you need, I'm sure I missed something. But like I said, you'll hear part 3 if you can ask me back, okay? Is there any question that you have before we close this out? Please, my love.
People that do really bad things, murder, rape, torture. What I understand that would be like pee in the pool, but like how does that relate to oneness and their godly essence? Like what do we do with that? Does that make sense?
So let me paraphrase it, make sure. So you say that you realize that people will do bad things or not godly things, and they're in the pool. And how do we relate to that? How does that impact us? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, what do we do with them? Because they're of a godly, they have the godly essence too, right? But is it like lost or hidden through trauma that they've experienced? Like what is that? Like how is that of a godly essence, those acts of hatred?
They are not. But what I'm saying to you, she's asking, how is that relating to a God experience and how is that relating to essence if they do something? The essence is always there. Truth. Everybody has an essence. If you don't have the essence, you're dead. Everybody has it. So can we go do that as a given? All right, so we're on that. Okay, when they're doing ungodly things or when they're doing hateful things, they have forgotten their awareness to God. Because when you're aware of God, you ain't doing that. Or if you are, you made a mistake and you're trying to correct. Get that? It's the awareness of the connection of it. Because when on the train, I wouldn't hurt nobody on the train. As high as I was feeling, I wouldn't have hurt not a single thing. And was trying to get into it about all the cows that would be steaks on our plates tomorrow. And the ego said, don't get into that and mess your trip up looking at all the meat places and stuff like that. Don't mess your trip up with your ego and all this. But the idea is that awareness. I am aware. I am aware. I heard God talking to me. I heard him say, this is what you want to do. And when those people do those things, I think there's a moment in time when they forget. They forget whose they are. Does that make it clear to you? Is that clear? What other question? You still have a question?
Let's do it afterwards.
You have to do it after? Okay, so we're, as the old black folks used to say, we nigh on to time to finish this, okay? Yes, sir.
So, similar but in a different direction.
Yes,
How do you purify the water?
What? How you to purify the water? You've been working on that one for a while, huh? Okay. How do you purify the water? Become aware of who you are. Because eventually, water evaporates, stuff settles to the bottom. Impurities do something, the water filters them out. There's tablets and pills for that? Right on. Right on. So that's how you purify it, by turning again back into yourself. This is what we talk about, unconditional love. That purifies the water. Because from every moment to every moment, God says, you are starting anew. You're starting anew, right? Heard that in the Bible? Every moment to every moment, you're starting anew. Todd, is that answering question? Okay. Yes, my love. And then this is the last question. Okay.
You're not transmitting up there.
You got to be for my loves on
All right. So what it is standing up for something in a different way. Doing a musical, doing a play, and just being the voice of God and being the voice of the people that you need to be, just like we're hearing here today.
Yes, ma'am. Amen. Amen. All right, my lovelies, it's time. They said wrap this up. I've had so much fun with you. I have just enjoyed you immensely. I love you. I love these people out here on Zoom. Some of my best friends are Zoomers. So please, just take it with you. Just remember, keep your head and your hands inside the coach. Go back and pray. Go back and meditate. But go back in the silence. Pull that stuff in. Because this stuff out there is passing. It's not the truth. Not the truth. Peace and blessings to you all. Now, do you, I didn't read the thing. Did you want me to do a quick mind treatment now?
We'll do it after because we have to do songs and we're going to do offering and then afterwards. Thank you, Reverend Saundria. She's always so wonderful. So let's go to our special music with Hope and Kevin.
Don't you think that you're not good enough to look inside yourself and take the time to realize what you're here to do? Do you think the time has finally come to stand and face the fire? To walk into the blazing sun and claim your heart's desire. You were placed upon the earth with a mission to complete. Now that time has come, so stand up strong and claim your destiny. You must move in the direction of your dreams and act as if they've already come true. And even when there is no hope, or so it seems, move in the direction of your dream. Do you think that you're not good enough to be a shining star? Do you think because the road looks rough, you won't get that far? Do you believe that only times are great and left to chance? Or maybe that it's just too late, a futile circumstance, 'cause you were placed upon the earth with a mission to complete. Now the time has come, and stand up strong and claim your destiny. You must move in the direction of your dreams and act as if they've already come true. Even when there is no hope, or so it seems, move in the direction of your dreams. When it feels like the world is crashing, crashing all around you, and the clouds of doubt are darkening your day, well then just be still and know that there's something deep within you that will always, always find a way. You must move in the direction of your dreams and act as if they've already come true. And even when there is no hope, or so it seems, move in the direction of your dream. Move in the direction of your dream.
Beautiful conclusion to the talk today. So can we have our ushers come forward, please? And we'll say the saying together, the prosperity prayer. Today I expect every good thing to come to me, for I know that divine abundance is forever manifesting itself in my affairs. I am keeping my whole mind and thought and expectation open to new experiences, to happier events, to a more complete self-expression. Everything that belongs to spirit, I accept. Everything that partakes of the nature of divine reality, I claim as my own. I identify with success, and I prosper in everything I do. As I give thanks for the good now flowing into my life, I gladly share that good with others. The more I give, the more I receive. I experience a deeper consciousness of peace and security, for I know that I am in the embrace of a warm, loving presence. My cup runneth over. I exist in limitless possibility. And those at home, if you'd like to donate to the Center for Spiritual Living, here's the way you can do it, either online or mail a check. Hold them for a minute. We bless these gifts and give thanks for all the good, for everybody that's talking out in the other room. The good that they manifest, and so it is. Thank you. Reverend Saundria, would you like to give us a benediction?
Thank you. And so as we just settle in for one last time, making our connection with the Father, when you are ready, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. Just knowing in this place we are loved beyond measure. Loved so much that we have a spirit that is absolutely waiting for us to open our minds and release limitations. And it is waiting to give us and grant us the highest, the best, our wishes. So as we go into the world, back into the world, we take this notion, this idea, this awareness that God loves me with us. We turn the world at least 1 degree by our presence, by our lovingness. And though we don't see each other for a time, we know that we are divinely connected to each other and divinely connected to all in the world. It is our place. It is our calling, our passion to love. So I just bless this congregation. I bless this meeting. I am so happy and proud to be filled with spirit and to be here with you. Until we meet again, I just release this and I say, Ashe, Amen, and so it is.
Thank you for wonderful service. Let's circle around and sing our peace song.